What's up, family? Hey, today we're going to do a book review on a very old book that I read quite a while ago, and my wife just recently read it. And my daughter, she dipped and dabbled on it a little bit. And this one is called 6 Days in January.
Mm-hmm.
Great book by William Frederick Cooper. Really great book. A young lady gave this to me many years ago, and I just thought I'd pass on her. Now, what this book is about relationships. It's about a guy and his story of all the trials and tribulations he had went through with multiple women trying to find love. And also touches on how he was genuinely a good man,
Yes.
but he fell in love with one in particular woman who made him feel so emasculate all the time. Now remember, I love to throw a word out there for y'all. So like I always say, this word was emasculating. If you look up the word emasculating, it means to deprive, to cut off, you know, to make less value of.
Undermine, soften.
Yes. And this one particular woman, she made him feel less than a man. She emasculated him, but he was so in love with her. Meanwhile, while he was in love with her, she was in love with other multiple guys. So while he was playing the field, and then when he thought he really found love, everything he was doing to women, now this woman was doing to him. See, that old saying, do unto others as they do unto you. You don't like it. Give a person a taste of their own medicine. You don't like it.
No, the book, well, actually, you're right in the right path.
Mm-hmm.
But what it's explaining is that she was making him feel alive. He never felt like that ever in his life.
Yes.
And that's what it really, it made him realize that this is the woman for me.
That's the one.
Not realizing, he knew. He also knew that she had a man.
She had a man. Yeah, she was engaged.
Yes. No, she was engaged.
She wasn't?
Yeah,
Okay.
she didn't want to marry the guy. She just there for years.
What do you
Together
think,
for
Jada?
years.
What I wanted to say is, what she was just saying, the way she made him feel so alive about that topic. We talk about that a lot, like with my friends, how we talk about pros and cons of relationships. So when, for example, when you go through a breakup, all you think about is the pros and how much you miss them, all the great times, but you don't think about how toxic it could be for you. And I think that's another problem William had, because he didn't think about how toxic it could be for him and how it was emasculating his personality.
Yeah.
And he just thought about all the good and what he could see in the future, what he could build with her possibly. But he wasn't looking at none of the bad things of how much it could tear you down.
Because he was a good dude. Like a lot of these women are claiming, I'm looking for a good man. He was that genuine good man. Show up on time, show up with flowers, tell a woman she's beautiful, treat her like she's beautiful. But that particular woman, what was her name?
Andrea.
Andrea emasculated him, made him feel less than a man all the time. And he, like you said, he was so busy thinking about how much she made him feel great. He never looked at, yo, this woman make you feel like crap. Like he would have, remember, he would have to meet, used to crack me up because when you was, now like I said, I read this book a while ago. What mom used to crack me up about when she was reading it last week, I'm at work working, right? And she'd call me, up and be like, oh, babe, this guy just pissing me off. I'm like, wait, what's up?
Don't learn.
I'm like, the way she was starting, I'm like, what you talking about? I'm thinking maybe a delivery guy or something. She go, no, William in the book. And she all animated on the phone. Like, he's so stupid. Why he keep falling for her? And he's so dumb. Listen. She told him that she wanted to meet him up at a restaurant.
They were supposed to meet sometimes when they were supposed to meet, she would not show up.
Or she'll show up like 3-4 hours later. And he will wait. He will wait like a dummy. And that's called emasculating. Making him feel less and less, and you just standing like a big dummy. Mommy used to call me while I'm working. I'm like, babe, you getting so caught up in this book. You acting like it's real. But it goes to show you, reading a good book is way better than watching all these reality, unreality, fake shows. You know, get yourself a good book, family, I'm telling you. And you have more to talk about. I always say this in most of my videos. If you don't have a book club, have a book club amongst your family.
Yeah.
What better time to spend with one another? Find a book that all of y'all could find an interest in. I'm telling you, y'all will have so much fun at picking at each other's opinions and, no, I like this. You know, but how about that? And this and that. What she was going to say?
To relate back to the pros and cons thing, for Tyler Perry fans out there, for the movie Why Did I Get Married? That girl is going to be saying that now. Why Did I Get Married? Just when Janet Jackson said, don't leave your husband, make a pro and con list. And if the good outweighs the bad, you keep that man. You got a good man.
Yes.
And, you know, it might sound silly to say, to write things down, I'm not going to do that. But, you know, it can really help a lot of people.
You're right. It could really help.
No, that's a good
That's
point.
a great point. I love that. Good point. You're right. The pros outdo the cons. And it's like you gotta, and these women are so quick nowadays to go, oh, especially if they listening to, and I can't stand this, listening to your no good advice girlfriends. Just because a guy cheated on you does not mean you break up with him. Y'all need to stop with that. In no way, shape, or form am I saying it's okay and it's all right for him to cheat. No. But it deserves and it warrants a healthy, mature conversation. Especially if y'all got property together, y'all got stocks or money together, y'all got children. This is important. We want our children to be raised up in a two-family home. This is important.
In history, period.
Yes. So it will stop listening to your bad advice girlfriends. Oh, he cheated on me, girl. I'm leaving him. No. You make that man sit down and have a mature conversation. You know, why did you hurt me this way? You know, why did you think it was necessary for you to go out and do these things? Why don't you talk to me? Maybe we could come to some conclusion that's beneficial opposed to something that's detrimental to both of us. You talk.
Yeah, but this is a different case.
Yes.
He was going out with another girl before he met Andrea.
Okay.
Her name was Della.
Yes.
Her name was Della. She was just like William.
What a coincidence.
A great woman.
Yes.
Awesome woman. Would
So
have
what
the
happened?
heart.
Why didn't
had
it
the
work
heart.
out?
Because also while he was with Della, he was out there cheating because it was a man thing.
Ridiculous.
It was a man that is like, oh, I want to just get me a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, he started naming out all these other girls.
Like when they would be alone, he would make the mistake and call out other women's names when he with her. And then he did it one night, I believe, when they was intimate. It's one thing you say my name, we walk in the park, you mistake, but we intimately, personally alone, and you gonna call that? You know that took that woman to another realm of being disrespectful.
Oh, she said, that's it. You get your stuff and you get it out.
So what happened? They never worked it back out?
For the moment they didn't.
For the moment.
He moved on, and that's when he met this woman, that woman, and then he met Andrea.
Yeah, after he was tired with Andrea, they decided Andrea to go, because she was gonna get married. And even when she was engaged, Andrea,
she still was messing with Will.
She still was hollering at
But you
William.
know why? You know why she was still messing with Will? Because she made Will feel the exact way Will made her feel. Happy, excited. I had a good time. I had a great time when I was with you. You make me laugh. You make me want to be a better person. But still, you with somebody else, he messing around, but y'all both want to be with each other. Y'all both acting like immature people. Instead of working it out, figuring it out, y'all want to play the field. And now you're hurting his feelings, and he's hurting his feelings. He was more of a sucker, as we said, emasculate, because she was emasculating the mess out of him. He was a fool. Matter of fact, I even loved the part where he went and talked to his mother, because he couldn't understand. We're like, why all my relationships go bad?
Why his heart keeps breaking?
And I love that conversation.
What are they talking
Because he kept saying to his mother, why my relationships never last, this and that. And his mother just went off on him. You know, you better be treating that woman with respect. You better be telling her she's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And he came there for advice from his mother. His mother started going off on him. Yeah. Like, Mom, I came to you. And she just going on and on. You know, and you better always treat her like she's the world. And he's like, Mom, I've done all of that. Would you let me talk? And she just kept cutting him off. And then eventually he got some backbone. And he said, Mom, I've done everything you told me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've done everything you told me and everything you taught me as a kid how to treat a woman. I show up on time. I bring roses. I tell her she's beautiful. I treat her like a queen. But for some reason, they always treat me like crap. And it wasn't until that moment that the mother had realized her son was hurt and he needed help. And she told him, and she seen herself. For the first time, the mother seen herself of all her failed relationships. So she wanted her son to basically be the man that she always wanted. Yeah. So, but
that's always the case.
But I love when she finally realized her wrong. She said, son, I'm sorry. I taught you everything I thought you should treat a woman. But one thing I never taught you is how to
be a man?
protect
your heart.
Protect your heart. And I love that because she admitted it finally. I never taught you how to protect your heart. And that's where he was failing.
But see, what went wrong is that there was never a father figure in the house.
It's a matter.
It is very important that a relationship has both parents, because the female can have a little bit of what needs your kids need,
one point of view,
and one point of view as far as a part of the male.
Yeah. Yes.
And the father was never there. If the father was in the picture, he would have taught him.
Yeah. That's like with you and Ashley. At times, mommy, y'all say something to her, and then y'all come to me, and y'all get a whole different point of view from my point of view. Even if I'm serious and joking, because I love to say that to y'all. Y'all hate when I say, I'm serious, but I'm joking. Or I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, you know, but I just want y'all to know I'm not this vulgar or animal, but I could come and give y'all great advice, but it's like sometimes know when enough's enough, or I'm not going to be the softy like mommy all the time, but sometimes I may give in a more way that you can understand and maybe put a little levity to it. Go to one of our videos called Levity, because when you're dealing with a serious situation, sometimes you need to have that little bit of levity. A great video is called Levity. Just go to our Spinks channel, type up Levity. You will love that video as well. But
yeah, but in the end, when he had no other reason to be with Andrea, because Andrea decided she was engaged, and she just decided that now she has to leave.
But she did admit to him.
But she did, because that was the last chance that William wanted to hear, if he really, because she never literally told him.
He told her always how much he loved her.
Yes.
But she never said it back.
And he showed it too.
Yeah, but finally she did admit it.
She did, yeah.
I'm gonna admit,
but she said
when
she
I read,
will always love him.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit, ain't nothing soft about me at all. But when I read that part when she said she did love, you know, look, just a teeny bit, just a teeny bit of Jay. I was like, man, that was nice, man. That was that.
Yeah, but she was no good, because even let's just say everything turns the way William wanted.
Because he needed to hear that. When she said, I love you.
Yeah, but let's just say, finally, Andrea wanted to be with him, and he got his dreams come true or whatever. He wasn't going to be happy.
Nah.
Because while she was with William, she was with her boyfriend for about 3 years. Yep. And then she got involved with Terrence, which was another guy.
Oh, but let's get back to what about the fact, now like you asked earlier, Jada, William did go back to the girl that he messed it up with, because she was the one. She was the one. He went back to her. He just popped up, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
he just
went
popped
all
up
around the world looking for
her. And he found her. And he popped up and went to her place or wherever and thought he could just pop up like that and have a talk. And then when she opened the door, he just came in and was talking. And she was like, look, you can't just pop up here. You know, William, you know what? I think she admitted to him too. She said, I love you and I always will love you, but I cannot be with you. Am I wrong?
Yeah, because you wasn't faithful to me.
Exactly. And then they talk.
The nerve that you call me another woman's name.
Yeah.
When I'm all to you, I've been given all to you.
And they talk and then after a while, he started noticing little peculiar things in the apartment.
She was with another man.
Some men's clothes, some shoes. And he's like, wait. Then he heard the shower. All of a sudden, all your king's sisters start picking up. He see these things. All of a sudden, it's funny how when he walked in that place, all this time you didn't hear the shower. You know what I mean? But when he seen the men's shoes, he see the men's clothes, all of a sudden, bing! He hit, wait, there's somebody in the shower in there. What's going on? And then all of a sudden, who comes walking out? Now, this part pissed me off. Who comes walking out? His best friend.
No, it wasn't his best friend. One of his boys that looked up to him.
Oh, one of his own boys, though. With his woman now.
Okay.
I got a problem with that.
No, his best friend.
I got a problem with that.
But William did have a really good friend, his best friend, that gave him the perfect advice, but he never seemed to get Steve's advice. I
agree, but this supposed to be your boy or one of your boys. You with my one with, that means you've been checking her out all this time, man. And you see, like that old song, they smile in your face every time you want to take your place, your backstab.
Okay, baby, can't say it. Listen to the good.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, that part made me mad. What you was going to say?
Nothing. It is a shame how he devoted completely to this girl named Andrea.
Yeah.
But his best friend told him, you will always be number 2.
Yep, and that's
what he was. You will never be number 1.
And that made him feel emasculating. Made him feel less than a man.
But he didn't care. He did not care. He just
word of the day?
Emasculated, yes.
He just kept trying and trying and trying. I'm like, yo, this guy is a fool.
So how did the book end?
He went on with his life. Oh, and that one girl, Angela, that he met her and she really told him that she's really in love. Mm-hmm. He got to marry her.
Oh
yeah. But they were only there for 3 years because his mind was too busy on Andrea.
See, he was never committed. He still was thinking of this girl.
And they were having issues, problems, and all that. They couldn't, but they ended up in a very friendly relationship. It wasn't so he was the person.
Your mind and your time got to be devoted on the person you claim you want to be with. You can't be playing these games, folks. I want to be with you, but I want to be playing the field. See, because it's gonna come back and hurt you, and then when it hurts you, you're gonna feel like, man, I wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda. Nah, come on, let's do right.
But in the end, I love the way he put it.
What was that?
The thing is that he sat back and he realized, I'm not a dog. Mm-hmm. I'm truly a good man. Mm-hmm. A man that knows how to treat
a woman
right.
Because his mother raised him that way.
Yes, and that will never fade. That will never let go. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the person who I am. Because he was so confused and he started acting like he didn't give a damn. Because every time he used to date, there was females that he was bumping into. They saying, they was all about them. Oh, I want a man with a good job. I want a man with a car.
See,
I want a man with an account. And that. And he was seeing all these different women, but with Andrea, he wasn't seeing it that way.
See?
But the only error is that Andrea had already somebody.
See,
so that would make him number 2.
That's how it was when I first hooked up with mommy. She's broke, you know. But I had to pick it up, put her back together. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but in closing, what would you say in closing about the book?
I really did like the ending because it made him realize that he's trying to play somebody that he's not. Mm-hmm. But I know for sure that in the end that somebody's going to come along and steal his heart. Mm-hmm. And, you know. Now,
in closing, what I would say is a couple of things I would say. First, if you're serious about somebody, get to know them. Don't just do what a lot of people make these mistakes out here. Oh, she looked pretty. She looked good. Oh, he looks so handsome. No, these are not things. Because if you only get with a person for those simple, shallow reasons, it's going to hurt you in the long run. I guarantee you. It's going to hurt you in the long run. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you 2 great analogies. What I mean by that. Now, one was by the comedian Bill Bellamy many years ago when he was on Def Comedy Jam. I love the way he closed out his show where he had said, he looked in the audience, he said, be careful who y'all date out there. Now, I'm paraphrasing because I remember the exact way he said it, but I know I'm real close. He said, look, be careful who you kind of fall in love with or you like because it might not always go your way. And then he started out like this. He said, now, look at that brother, that handsome brother right there in the audience. He said, see, this is what I mean. This handsome brother right here, he might find that young woman way over there very attractive. And y'all can see she's a very attractive woman. But that young woman right there might not find him attractive. Exactly. Because her eyes is busy on this other guy over here. See that young man over there? Handsome looking young man. He said, see, but she's attracted to him. But oh and behold, he's not attracted to her. Why? Mm-hmm. Because he's attracted to this other dude right here. So that's how he ended with a little comedy on the end. You while you busy, you want this person. If you're with the person you want, there's a good chance that's not a good look. Mm-hmm. You might want this person. This person got their mind somewhere else. So it's not always about looks. Get to know someone. That's my first advice. The second advice, it will have to do with a very popular name we all know, Bill Gates, right? Now, I know most of y'all are like, what Bill Gates got to do with this? I'll give you a great analogy. I've always said this many times to many people I've spoken have such conversation like this. Let's take Bill Gates, for example. Could you imagine? Now, I want y'all quick advice on this. Could you imagine, take Bill Gates, for example. Average looking, plain looking, regular guy, right? Most women wouldn't even give him the time of day on just his looks.
Yes, exactly.
Especially if we go way back before he was rich. I guarantee you, every woman he went to high school with, let's start with middle school, high school, and college with, I guarantee you, all of those women never gave him a time of day. Their biggest claim to fame right now is telling any and everybody that's willing to listen to their 2 minutes of fame of saying, oh, Bill Gates, I went to school with him. I know him. I was in English class with him. Oh, yeah, I know him real good. Me and him, we grew up in the same neighborhood. Yeah, but you never gave him the time of day. You know why? Because you used to say silly stuff that a lot of you women love to say that men never say. And you know what that silly statement is? Ew, you ain't my type. Woo! Bill Gates ain't your type, huh? Well, let's look at it now. Let's look at the current day now. Guess what? You ain't Bill Gates type. He's richest man in the world. But you know what? The arrogance ain't there with him. But see, that's where a lot of you women go wrong. Y'all say, this guy, that guy ain't my type. You ain't even got to know the guy. Get to know somebody.
That's the main thing, yes. Stop
Right?
being too materialistic.
Yes. Because when you really get to know somebody, it's as if you got a checklist. You go, okay, wow, he treated me with respect. I went over his house. Man, did you see the way he treated his little sister? Man, he treated his little sister like a queen. Guarantee you, that's going to be you. He treated his mother with a great deal of respect. That's going to be you. See, these are qualities you want to go to.
Well, like,
the guy show up on time.
Yeah.
The guy treat me with like a great deal of respect. These are qualities, not just because he looked good or because she looked good. Don't be silly.
Well, I got to know you, baby.
Yeah.
You're the full package. You know, sometimes you do it
right.
on my nerves.
Oh, yeah.
But you're the full package.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know I'm a full package as well, so.
Yeah, I had to pick up and dust her off, you know. I had to dust her off and put her back together. You know what I'm saying? All right, thanks, y'all. Peace. Y'all have a good one.